Morning folks, how we doing? Enjoying me on the way to work this morning on another miserable sort of morning. It's spitting with rain. Certainly feels like winter's here. So, go on mate. Go on. You gonna let me in or are you just gonna sit up my inside? No, some sort of tosser, aren't you? Yeah, anyway, so old Johnny quit. Anyway, the reason for today's video, there's a couple of reasons, 2 or 3 reasons, but if you look in the rear view mirror you'll see we've got a plough on the back, and that's my new plough. Well, I say new, it's not new obviously, but it's a Dowdeswell DP7E 5 furrow. But it's got the bottles at the back, so it can be add an extra furrow put on the back. And I picked that up yesterday from a lovely chap called Robert up at north of Horncastle near Lincoln yesterday. And it was a bit of a trek getting up there. It's about nearly 3 hours up there, about 2.5 hours back. I got back about 9 o'clock last night, but no, it was a good little run up and down. And yeah, he runs all sort of classic kit. He got two 8830s and some TW15 two-wheel drives. So he got some lovely kit. I didn't manage to look at the 8830s because I was obviously a bit late time I got up there, but it's a shame he's so far away because I go up and film him like. But never mind. Anyway, this plough was surplus to his requirements. He's got sort of 2 or 3 others, and he didn't want this one no more. So I have purchased it off him, and it's in about as good a condition as you expect for a sort of what would it be, 85, sort of over 20-year-old Dowdeswell plough. It's got a bit of welding on it. It's a bit sort of tatty generally, but it's generally it's in, you know, I could put it in the ground and go to work with it. That's the idea. The idea with it anyway is coming up, not this weekend, next weekend, which I can't think what days they are. It might be like the 23rd, 24th. I'll have to check. I'll put it on the video anyway, the days. You got the Haynes Vintage Working Rally at it's in Haynes at Bedfordshire, and got working demonstrations, all loads of vintage and classic kit working. Everything from well, last year there was cool, blimey, the tractor. I think the oldest working tractor there was about 100 years old. It was old sort of John Deere. I can't remember what it was now. It was a John Deere, but it was old, if you know what I mean. It was blooming old. And obviously loads of Fergies, Fordsons. There's an FW, because if you look at I did a video last year of it, a little walk round. There's an FW in it. Hopefully Jeff's FW will be there again. I can get it, film it working. And yeah, obviously you're going to take the TW there. And I wanted to plough for it since I bought the tractor, really. And in my mind, a TW needs to have a Dowdeswell on the back. It's just what they had back then in the day, like back in the 80s. That's, you know, if you saw a TW, it had a Dowdeswell plough on it. So in my mind it had to be a Dowdeswell, so that's what I've got. So job's a good one, and it's straight. Yeah, it's got a bit of welding on it, welding on the beam, but I don't know of a Dowdeswell of this age that hasn't had a bit of welding done on it. So that's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world at all. So and the welding's been done, yeah, pretty good, like. So, and it's not like it's been broken off and then welded up. It's they've just welded the cracks up as they've appeared. So, which is the way to do it. So yeah, we'll have a look when we get to the yard and see what we got. Another thing I've got to do is I've got to do it, otherwise I think he'll have a mental breakdown. My old mate Henry Gooch, he's been absolutely dying for a shout out for ages, and I keep saying I'll do it and keep forgetting. Whenever I do a video I forget to do it. There's my old memory's a bit like a sieve or colander. So Henry, here's your shout out. Hope you're listening. Yeah, check him out. He's been going for about a year, I think. Yeah, about a year, maybe a bit less. He's got a YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description. Henry Gooch, and he's a bit like I was when I started off. He's, you know, filming machines working, and hey, he's doing a good, you know, he's doing a pretty good job. Got some interesting bits and bobs on there, and so if you've got time, give him a look. Henry Gooch on YouTube. The link will be in the description. Have a look, and I hope that's good enough for a shout out, Henry. I met him at Plough last year, and had me photo taken with him, or he had his photo taken with me, whichever way you want to look at it. So yeah, if we go, that's another place I'll be going this year, Plough. Hopefully I'll get to the Dow show this year. I don't know how anymore. I think there's one in December, isn't there? Is it the Midlands Machinery Show or something? I'll have to look into it. I'm sure I see something in one of the farming books the other day that there's one in December. So I'll have to, if that's the case, I might just go to that, wherever it is. Might be something nice to do on a cold, wet, miserable December day, mightn't it? I'm sure it was Midlands Machinery Show. I'll have to have a look. Unless you want to let me know in the comments. Yeah, so yeah, I can't remember how much of a progress report I've given you, but we're in the second week of September now. Yeah, I can't think what the date is. Yeah, second week of September. Harvest is all, well, it is done. I mean, we haven't had we've finished combining really sort of 2 weeks ago. Over 2 weeks ago now, I should think. But we have still got our 50 acres of soya to do, and about 5 acres of spring oats for a customer. So what's going on here? Normally no traffic at all here. So we have still got a bit of combining to do, but it don't really count as you know, we sort of, yeah, harvest is done. You know, the balers finished doing straw. That was finished a while ago. Still got some silage and bits and bobs to do. One silage today actually, got a bit of silage to do round bow. Oh, these school kids are going, because they get picked up on the triangle here. It's a bit odd. Oh, unless they're getting, oh, they're getting, that's good, mate. You just park there, here. Thought he was queuing to bloody queuing to get on the road. He was stopped. Yeah, so we've been busy ploughing, out with the Joker. With all the rape was in ages ago. The rape's in and up, looking good. And we've not yet started seal drilling yet, but I don't think anyone else has yet. But that'll be sort of next week, you know, a week or 2 weeks, sometime, something like that. Probably in a week's time, I think. We'll start that, and yeah, we're smashing on really. We're getting on well. We are getting on well. And we've got Shuttleworth coming up this weekend as well. I'll probably get to that for a day. I ain't going to take the tractor. I won't bother taking the tractor to that one this year. But like I say, I'm going to Haynes with it instead. So yeah, I'll put a link in the description about Haynes. That's a good little show that is, if you want to go and see sort of vintage and classic tractors working. So hey, Mrs is ringing, so I will catch you later. Ta-ta!